Hello, lovely people. Apparently I'm live. If I am live and you're here, please do let me know. I'm refreshing my screen to see if it shows me. Oh, just had a message flash up. There you go. It's saying that I'm live. Wonderful. If you are here, please do let me know. Just post in the comments. That would be really, really useful. Let me know that if the video and the sound are okay. I know in the previous lives there's been an issue when people have joined and they've had to do a quick refresh and then it seems to be fine. But we'll see. But yeah, if you're here, just do let me know. That'd be lovely. In today's live, we're actually going to be looking at how to build a tutorial, which is something I've done previously in other builds, but there never seems to be an elegant way of doing it. And it's something that I kind of I wanted Juji to explore further and see if he could do it. Thanks, Valerie, for letting me know I'm live, and cheers for the good luck because my internet's been playing up. Yeah, so the ability to kind of tutor someone through like a how-to. So how to do this, and then the steps is something that, yeah, I've done on previous platforms, other conversational AI platforms, and it's never seemed that elegant. And I really wanted to challenge Juji to see if it could do that. Also, what happens if the user does something unexpected, like ask something random partway through the tutorial, because that is the easiest way for one to get thrown out. And the ability to have tutorials nested within each other. So a tutorial to a tutorial to a tutorial, if you get my meaning. So that's what we're going to be doing today using Juji Studio, part of my Challenge Juji series. I think this is the 5th live I've done now with Juji. Really enjoying it, actually. It's a solid platform for those of us that want to build no code. Those of us that might already work in an organization and we've been given the task of rolling out a conversational AI, but we might not be coders, and kind of no code platforms are the way ahead. I believe they don't suit every business, but in many use cases, I think no code is the way ahead. So let's not delay anymore. Let's get into it. So let me just share my screen with you. I do love StreamYard, the way it makes this really nice and easy. So if you've not been to one of these webinars before and not seen Juji before, this is the screen that you're greeted with. And what you see here is a way to add a new chatbot, new AI helper, or you can import one. And you can see here that I've part built one. So what I did is I actually did a website one, and then I took a template and I just went for a simple template, nothing too complicated, which was this customer service basic. And what I needed in that was the including multi-turn Q&A, because that's actually how this will work, which is what I've done. So I'm just going to abandon that now. So here's my AI tutor. I did a little bit of added in a couple of Q&As earlier just to speed up the process. Otherwise, it can get a bit complicated later. But I'm going to add in some more now. So if you've not used it before, if I want to go back to all the bots, I go there. If I want to go in and build my on my current chatbot, which is AI Tutor, as you can see titled here. Across the top, I've got the main chat flow, which is these here. You can call them cards or topics. In the middle, I've got my Q&A board, which is what we're going to be using. And then at the end, various settings for your chatbot. If you like the look of Juji and you want to have a go yourself, you can actually sign up and build to your heart's content. There's no features missing. Just get in there and build. And then you're not actually going to be paying anything unless you deploy it. And I think they've got a fantastic offer on at the moment. If you wanted to deploy it and give it a test for a few months, if one of the Juji team are available, they could probably post more details about that. So add in a Q&A. Really, really easy if you've not seen before. So menus across the top, we're going to go Q&A board, add new Q&A. So on the left, you enter the question, and then on the right, you enter a quick chatbot response. So the question we're going to ask is how to enable screen sharing. And then what we're going to do is all we're going to do is that. And the important bit here is this here, which is add media multi-turn Q&A. So we could have said how to enable screen sharing and just put the answer in there, but that wouldn't be very how-to-ish. It would just be a simple dialogue response. Not that great. But what we can do is this multi. So multi-turn Q&A, you see switched on. And all we're going to do is add a new element. And what we've got across there is got the card on the left, and then we've got some options of what we want the chatbot to do. So they can request some more info from the user, not relevant here. We could send a message, which is what I'm saying before. We can just do a simple message. We can import from another chat flow, which is not what we're doing today. Hi, Rupesh. Thanks for dropping in. Or we can give step-by-step instructions, which is really what we're focused on today. So click in there. And you'll see here we've got two options. Get steps from me or get steps from an API service. Could be really, really, really useful for some businesses. But I'm going to build the steps in today. So I'm going to call this card enable screen sharing, just so it's labeled here so I know exactly what the topic is. And then we've got down here, it says use the plus button, plus add step below to define each step instruction that your chatbot will teach users. And then we can see it's there. So we're going to add in the first step. I'm just going to call it step 1. So it's got a title. And I'm going to click in here and we're going to give the instructions. But to make it a little bit better, we're going to put an image with those instructions. So I'm going to go here, which is insert an image. And I've downloaded them already. So there's the image. Now, if I want to, I can put the text above or below. So I'm going to put click on the Apple logo and system preferences. And they've got the text and they can also see the image. Then I'm going to add in the next step. We'll continue with step 2. We could obviously rename it. So the other one could have been called system preferences if we wanted to. If you've got any questions, just ask them as I'm going along. So we're going to add in the next element. So the next one is security and privacy. Click on security and privacy screen recording. Yep, so they can actually see it in the image as well. And then we're going to add in the final step. Step 3. And we're going to add in the third image. I know these aren't the actual images, but it just gives you an idea. Select ensure Zoom is ticked. There you go. So it's saved. We've got 3 steps in there. What we'll do then is just click onto preview. There you go. So we're in. This is, remember when we just took a simple template from this. In this instance, it was just to save time. If we had an hour together, I could have done a lot more. So how to enable screen. Oh, I'll tell you what I might not have done. Give me a second. What I didn't do is I've got to obviously submit it. There we go. That's more like it. Nearly missed a step there. Let's preview. So it welcomes me in. Simple little greeting. Obviously, we've not spent any time with conversational design. How to enable screen sharing on Mac. So comes up first. Click on the Apple logo and system preferences, and then simply put this in. If you're ready to move on, click next. If you notice, when I was designing it, I didn't put that element in. Click next. It's giving me the next option. Click on security privacy screen recording. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually interrupt it with a different question. I need to give permission every time. So you can see I actually interrupted it then with a question, but I'd already previously gone in and kind of preempted that somebody might ask that question. So there was a Q&A already built, and you can see how Juji then seamlessly just picked that up again. Thanks, Barons. Yes, it's Jim o'clock again. I do love doing this stuff. So you can see how I interrupted what would have been the normal conversational how-to flow with asking a related question, because I'd already preempted that and built a QA. It was giving the answer, and then it's dropped straight back into where we were. Fantastic. That's how we like it to work. It feels like more like a proper conversation. And there you go. So that's a simple Q&A, really easy to do. I don't know if any of you out there have done it previously with other conversational AI programs, but it can be a little bit fiddly. I've not come across a solution as elegant as this. Actually, I wish I'd come across this product a year ago, because I had a client that has to do lots of instructional information, how-to information, and this would have been really powerful. So you could perhaps see this internally for an IT department. This would be really useful for those of us that do lots of like Zoom meetings. If you're the one organizing them and you have these problems all the time, is you could effectively, as it sends a Zoom meeting out, just say, if you have an option, just speak to Juji, who can help. And you could have the how-tos pre-built. They click it, it fires it up, and you say something like, I can't get my camera to work, and it would talk you through checking the setting. Could be really, really useful internally or externally. If you've got any questions, do please ask them. But that is it. That is how simple and easy it is to do a multi-step Q&A tutorial using Juji. Whether you want to start from a template that's already built, or you want to do something brand new, fresh yourself, really quick. It's probably the quickest platform I've come across to build those Q&As. So let's just preview it again. how to enable screen sharing. Good thing about this as well is, and I think it's really elegant, if it is something that's a little bit more complicated, you could just replace the image with a bit of video. So it's telling me to click the Apple logo system preferences, click next. Then it's telling me to go, we're into screen recording, and then click next. And there you go. Really, really easy. There you go. If you've got any questions about conversational design, conversational AI platforms, AI helpers, cognitive, I don't know if you've seen any of the previous lives, we're looking at some of the stuff that Juji can do around personality, and just with a few questions and a bit of text from the customer, you can get an understanding of where their personality lies. Or you want to try and give me something that's a little bit more difficult, a bit more challenge under that challenge Juji hashtag, just ask away and we'll try it. Barend, I know we were talking about, it's about time we built a botrepreneurs chatbot, and I think that, yeah, like for our lives, Amit has just asked a question. Joined a little late. Is it possible to have a chatbot integrated with Oracle Fusion? Have a chatbot or this chatbot? If you could kind of clarify that, that'd be really useful. If there's anybody Juji around who might be able to answer that question, we may be able to get you an answer. But that's it. That is Juji. Probably looks a bit overly simple because a lot of the work's been done in the background, so it makes life really, really easy. So this is number 5. There's 4 to look back on. Just go on my profile. They're not hard to find, or go to the Juji YouTube channel because I upload them there as well. The next 2 are going to be really fascinating. I'll put the event up on Monday and invite everybody along. But thank you. Thanks for joining me. It's Friday. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. If it's not over for you yet, finish on a high. Take care. Thanks, everyone.